Imagine for a moment that I bring you the best dinner you can possibly ever have. But I tell you that you also have to have a frog with it as well. Now you have two choices. Eat the delicious dinner first and enjoy it and then have the disgusting frog, or eat the disgusting frog first and then enjoy the dinner that is really delicious. Now, which of the two options will you choose? Now, if you ask me, I will took the second option because I can have the disgusting frog first and I can get through the disgusting part first, and then I can enjoy the delicious dinner later and I can enjoy the fruits of my labor later. And I can also slowly savor the taste of the food as well because I don't have to worry about eating the frog anymore. And if I don't eat the frog and I start eating the dinner, then I won't truly be able to enjoy the food because I will be thinking about eating the frog the whole time. So my enjoyment will be ruined, as well as I will have to force myself into eating the frog later as well. But if I start with the frog first, then I can be assured that I have my reward later as well. What this means is that think of your most important task as a frog that you have to eat. Now look back at the options that we have before. Either eat the frog first or eat the frog later. You can now clearly see that the second option is clearly the best. Think about it for a second. When you don't complete the task first thing in the morning, what happens is that you end up worrying about the task all day long, which ruins your enjoyment and day-to-day activity. At least that is the case for me. This also ruins your fun things or all the fun activity you do because the guilty feeling that you have of not completing the task ruin your whole day. And if I don't complete the task whole day or I end up not completing it at all, then the dread of not completing the task haunts me through whole day and as well as night. This is why this is such a powerful rule. So you get started on your task as soon as possible, or at least the first thing after you wake up in the morning. And once you complete your task, you can enjoy the rest of your day because you have already completed the most important task of the day. You have no guilty feeling for not doing what you are supposed to do because you have already done it. Now you are free. You are free to enjoy the rest of your day and you are free to do whatever you want. So the rule here is simple. Focus on one main thing every single day, which is your topmost priority. It's the most important thing that is going to move you toward your goal. Okay? Like for example, for a YouTuber, it is recording video or recording content or at least scripting the content. For a student, it is like preparing for the upcoming exam or solving question banks. So it is the topmost priority. So get it done as soon as possible. So how do you know what is your topmost priority task? Well, you have to make a to-do list for this. Make a list of the tasks that you have to complete and then select the most important one, and that is your topmost priority. Process of making a to-do list itself, like whether you write it down or you type it in a computer, you are automatically going to remember what you are supposed to do because it's the muscle memory. You have written it down or you have typed it, so you will remember it and you know what is your most important priority. Just follow the rule number one. Again, eat that frog. Complete the most important task first, and that's your daily most important focus. And if you get it done, then you are free for the rest of the day. You can enjoy your day because you have no feeling of guilt anymore because you have done what you said you are supposed to do. And the next rule is to maintain a routine. As much as we dislike school and we dislike the education system, there is a reason why school used to maintain a routine. Routine does really help us complete our task every single day. If we don't maintain a routine, we end up not completing anything at all. You should have a military style or school style rigid timetable where you put every single hour of your day and you write what you are going to do all throughout the day. And it doesn't have to be accurate. It's rigid as in like it's your ideal day that where you get everything done. But it doesn't have to be rigid exactly when it comes to your schedule or your day-to-day timetable because you will have to do different things different day. So maintain a calendar where you are going to schedule based on the routine you have already set for yourself. So the routine is already set once, and then you will schedule based on the routine on your calendar, whether you use a physical calendar or digital calendar. I personally will recommend you use a digital calendar because they are really flexible. So the routine is rigid, but your calendar is going to be flexible so that it has room for changes or room for when you need to do a bigger task or a smaller task, or when the timetable changes based on scenario, exam, or any other task that's popped up randomly because life is life and random things happen. So just make the calendar schedule flexible, but the routine has to be rigid and routine has to be the ideal day where you are going to get your ideal task done. And this thing, scheduling your time or maintaining a timetable in calendar is called time blocking, and time blocking is one of the most powerful productivity hack that you can use. It will boost your productivity significantly. If you have never used it before, I highly recommend you use it because it's a really powerful and really effective method to boost your productivity instantly. And there is a reason for that, and it's called Parkinson's law. So what is Parkinson's law? It simply just states that task that you set for yourself, the amount of time you set to the task will inevitably take up that much time. So what it means is, if you give 1 hour to a task, even if it doesn't take 1 hour long, it will end up eating all that 1 hour. Imagine you have a task that will only take you 5 minutes, but you end up giving it 1 hour of time to complete. Then even if you don't intend it to spend 1 hour on it, or even if the task doesn't need 1 hour to complete, it will end up eating up all that time. So this is why time blocking is so powerful, because even if it's not accurate, you estimate the amount of time it's going to take for you to complete the task, and then make it as tight as possible so that it doesn't take any longer than it should. But it's not always going to be accurate, so sometimes some tasks are going to be take longer and sometimes tasks are going to take shorter amount of time, but that's fine. That is just how it is. You don't always have to time everything accurately, but the act of and the habit of time blocking itself will help you maintain a productive schedule. And this is why maintaining a timetable is so important. If you don't maintain timetable, you will end up losing and wasting a lot of time. A lot of productive time that otherwise you would have used will get lost if you don't maintain a timetable, if you don't maintain a calendar. This is why maintaining a calendar is so important. But the most important thing you have to understand, that you have to remember that you own your time. You own your time. We always like to say that we don't have enough time, but that is not true. You always have enough time. It's just that when you play video games, watch anime or TV shows or stuff like that, instead of doing productive work, you actively choose to do that. So you own your time. It's not like you don't have enough time to do all the other things that you said you would do, but it's just the fact that you just by choice waste your time. So when you maintain a timetable or when you build a schedule, just remember that you own your time and you can do what you said you can do, and there's always enough time. If you maintain a timetable, you can always figure out a time to do whatever you truly want to do, instead of wasting time in mindless doom scrolling or watching shows that doesn't help you in any way. There is always more to do, and there is always time for what you actually want to do, what you actually want to achieve with your life. Even more important than that is to just start. Because if you don't start, you will achieve nothing, you will never get anything done. Choose the tiniest possible task, then get started as soon as possible. Don't wait for motivation, because motivation is fleeting and motivation won't actually help you achieve anything in life. If you want to achieve anything significant in life, you have to actually just take action. You have to forget about motivation and just get to work. Instead of motivation, just take action. Focus on taking action. If you don't start, you won't achieve. If you start, you will achieve something. If you actually take action toward your goal, the possibility of you achieving your goal is very high. So just start. And remember that you can achieve what you want if you actually truly take action on your goals. If you are an ambitious young man who wants to make money online through side hustle, then click here to watch the video on 6 side hustle that you can start as a student or even as a person who does 9 to 5. Just pick one of these 6 side hustle and just start taking action on them. And I can almost guarantee you that in 3 to 6 months you can achieve something meaningful with one of these side hustle. So click here to watch now. Click, 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 click.